I felt like the session went well. I arrived here today feeling sad about the group date, but I feel a lot better about it now. I understand that just because I'm not dating, I'm not alone in life. I'm excited to use the coping cards, and I feel like I'll be challenged while using the 7-column worksheet, but I'm excited to try it. But before I leave, can we do just one more?
Absolutely. What situation would you like to talk about?
So earlier this week, I was really upset with my coworkers. The one day, I just had an awful morning, and I was coming in super late, and I was in a rush. I was already late for work, and by the time I came in, I had missed so many meetings, and I had missed so many phone calls that I was just glued to my computer for minutes on end. So by the time lunch came around, I was starving, and I wanted to go out with my coworkers, and whenever I walked out to see if anybody wanted to get lunch or brought lunch and wanted to eat together, nobody was in the office. So I waited around for maybe like an hour or so, waiting to see kind of where everybody went. And by the time they came back to the office, they all had food containers like from the same restaurants. I noticed that they probably all went out to lunch, and I wasn't invited to go with them. And all I wanted to do was go to lunch with my friends after such a stressful day at work. So that really upset me.
Yeah, I can imagine you would feel pretty upset about that. So let's go ahead and do this. So for the first one, the situation or trigger. So what happened?
So I guess I came in work late.
Okay.
And I had a lot of work to do.
So you're kind of rushing. Busy all morning?
Yeah. And then my coworkers ended up going to lunch without me. And then I did see their leftovers, so I kind of knew that they all had went out together.
Okay. So when you saw them come back, what emotions were you feeling?
I was feeling really left out.
Okay, what else?
And I was also really upset.
Okay. How would you rate that from 0 to 100?
Left out, I would say like a 90.
90, okay.
And upset, I'd say like an 80.
80, okay. So that's a really strong feeling of left out. So what was going through your mind? What thoughts or images did you have about the situation?
I just felt like my coworkers don't want to eat lunch with me. And
okay.
my coworkers just don't think I'm fun.
Oh, okay. So you think that your coworkers don't want to eat with you, they don't think you're fun. That's what you were thinking. So what are facts that support this thought?
Well, they went to lunch without me.
That's true. They did. They did go without you. So that supports it. But what about the facts that provide evidence against the unhelpful thought?
I did come into work late that day.
That's true.
And I didn't see a lot of my coworkers when I was at work.
So maybe they thought you were too busy?
Yeah, that could be.
Okay.
They could have not even known that I was there.
Okay, because you were rushing around so much.
Right.
So the facts that provide evidence against, we said that you came into work late. And then I kind of skipped ahead, but the alternative, more realistic perspective was maybe they didn't see you come in.
Yeah, because I was so late.
Right. And then maybe they just didn't want to disturb you and thought you had important work to do.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay, because you're their boss, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So once you think about the alternative, let's re-rate your emotion of feeling left out.
I'd say like A 40.
A 40? Okay, that's great. So you went from 90 to 40. So how about your feelings of upset?
I'd say like a 40.
A 40. Okay. And I mean, that also went down from 80 to 40. So can you kind of see that once you sit down and think about it and think about alternatives, it can kind of change your feelings and therefore feelings and thoughts about the situation?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay. Awesome job, Chris. I'm really proud of you for the work you put in today, and I feel really confident in your ability to challenge your thoughts. Please feel free to email me at any point this week if you have any questions about the assignment. If not, I will see you at our usual time next week. Have a good week.
Thanks. I'll see you next week.